Good day, everybody. I'm Shmee, and I make guides for Path of Exile's Ruthless mode. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Today, I'm back to talk about the first hint of 3.23 that we were given 2 days ago, make some wild and unfounded predictions, and then try to use those predictions to figure out a plan for the rest of the season. If you haven't heard, on October 9th, GGG released their initial timeline for the next 3.23 content expansion. They said they were initially going to have the next league start in November, but moved that to, quote, early December. Apparently there's some big changes coming. I assume they mean that the mechanic is big and needs some time to be fleshed out and coded, but it's possible they mean something bigger to the game itself. Something like big changes to the passive tree or atlas tree, or maybe even something that modifies and hopefully shortens the campaign. That would be ambitious. Probably a pipe dream, but I'm sure we'll hear about it soon. One real prediction I have relates to these end-of-season events. They're going to have 3, each lasting about a week. My first thought was some kind of race, but I'm pretty sure these events will 100% have to do with Trial of the Ancestors. The use of the word tournament always felt a little awkward to me with TOTA, but it would be very easy to create a kind of sub-season event using Trial of the Ancestors. Imagine a week-long contest where the most powerful minions, turtle, were removed from the warrior pool. Or where all the chieftain damage was reduced by 100%. Or where the only minions available are those little dinky ones that you start with. My prediction is that the final 3 weeks of the season will be 3 themed events for Trial of the Ancestors featuring significant modifications to the gameplay of that mechanic. And it sounds like it could actually be a lot of fun. So I definitely want to make time for it. Maybe even figure out a Ruthless TOTA build, but when exactly? We know that they said the next league will start in early December. I don't know if they've officially committed to this, but Crucible, Sanctum, Lake of Calandra, Sentinel, they all started on a Friday. That leaves us 5 possible days. I doubt they would intend on starting on the 22nd or 29th of December, because then why say early December? At least December 1st, 8th, and 15th. Take note, Exiles, that means that those 3 week-long events could start as early as November 10th. Just over 4 weeks from now. But let's see if we can narrow it down between those 3 dates even further. Looking at what other games are being released, there's pretty much nothing. I'm seeing a re-release of some Arkham stuff. There's a Dragon Quest game, something with Warhammer. I don't even know what that is. Honestly, this looks pretty barren. So there's no restrictions for when they could release something. And I know that the game that shall not be named starts a new season on October 17th. So that looks like it's not going to have an impact on the Path of Exile season either way, but more distance would be better, particularly for those week-long events. Because of that, I doubt that GGG is targeting a December 1st league start. That leaves us the 8th and the 15th, and this sounds obvious, but why say we're targeting early December if you mean the literal middle of the month? I mean, in that case, the word early just doesn't need to be there. So based off of that, I'm now calling it. We get the next league start for the new Path of Exile League on December 8th, 2023. Now, let's just assume that I'm correct because, obviously I know everything and I'm literally never wrong. And we're going to use that to try to come up with a plan for the rest of the season. If the next league starts on December 8th, then we'd get those 3 week-long events starting on November 17th. That means we have about 5 weeks and just a couple of days more left in the normal part of Ancestor League. And I want to push more of that late endgame. You see, I've been sitting on this invitation for about a month now because I was trying to figure out all the classes, the atlas. I really wanted to have 1 Ruthless guide per starting class, and lucky for me, I only have 1 left, and Cold Dot Witch is a darn nice endgame class. I've got mine to Act 9 right now, and I'm taking a break to make this video. And I also haven't forgotten about Blight. What I decided is that I wanted to make a Ruthless specific Blight guide, so I'm leveling that Cold Dot Witch back in my SSF where my Atlas tree is already prepped and ready for it. That means that over the next 3 to 5 weeks, you all can expect a whole lot of watching me take a shot at all of those endgame bosses. And when I get frustrated with Ruthless bossing, then I'll just be Ruthless blighting, so you can expect a whole lot of Ruthless specific blight content as well. I'm really looking forward to dying a lot, I guess, but like actually, Well, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care, Exiles.